Okay, so I want to show you just a best practice before we move on to exploring a little bit about photography. Um, and let me know, 1 second, I need to try and share the other screen. Okay. Okay, can you all see my screen? This is the Scouts for SDGs website. So we'll walk a little bit over this is a new interface for Scouts for SDGs digital platform. And we'll go over that in a little bit. But since we've been talking about storytelling, I just want to show a story that is actually from the Asia Pacific region. And this is from Bangladesh. Okay. And keeping in mind the elements that we just talked about, the 6 elements of making your story an impactful one, we can see some being implemented here and some that would have been really useful to be included in the story. So this is a really nice story from Bangladesh. We can see it's accompanied by nice images. So an image like this gives us, what does it tell us? There's girls, there's boys, they're collaborating together on a project. There's another really nice photo here of them sitting together and learning something. So the story is accompanied by strong images, and the images actually tell you something. So it's not just a group of children posing for the photo. It actually tells you that something is going on and there's action in the photos. So here, what we said before, a title. We said, let your title say something about the project to your audience. So a piece of success, while it does sound nice, it can be done much better, and it can actually say something about the Scout group and the project. Okay, so this is a Scout group in Bangladesh who managed to include, I think this is an underprivileged community that they've opened up to scouting and included rover scouts and scouts in their from that community. So they did outreach and they extended scouting to this community. So the story can use also quotes here, you can see. So it gives you a little bit of background. It gives you some context. We still don't really understand what this community, we understand the issues of this community. It says there's no electricity and barely any schools in that community. So this helps with context. So having some quotes from the scouts, from the new scouts that joined from that community would have been extremely powerful in this story. And the images we have, some more numbers. They did include numbers, but also some future plans. So how is this project going to be sustained? How is it going to be sustainable? This is also a very important piece of information for us to have in a story like this. Like, what are the future plans for this? Are they going to continue? Do they plan to include more? Do they plan to bring more scouts from that community? So this is So this is a great example. Thank you for Scouts in Bangladesh and the Scout group for uploading this. And we're always encouraging you to encourage your scouts or your scout leaders to submit these projects that you're doing, because it does count the service hours. It counts towards the number of projects that we're doing that are taking place around the globe and all the efforts that we're doing for SDGs. So we really encourage you to do that. I want us to just go through, just take a look at the really nice and visual Scouts for SDGs hub that was recently kind of renovated.